Hello, welcome to the akaBot. Today we have a session Introduction to the Robotic Process Automation. RPA service adoption has shown tremendous growth in 2016 and is expected to continue increasing. According to the magazine's research, knowledge and work automation could have an economic impact of 5 to $7 trillion by 2025. This is the reason we are gathering for this session today. And akaBot will guide you through an overview of our current circumstances and introduce a specific tool to help you to join the RPA movement. So are you wonder what is the condition of each round if you would like to know about the RPA? So depends on your purpose. The prerequisites can be a bit different. For the business user, no programming experience is required. For business analysis, being able to use Microsoft applications, understand the data manipulation, and have a logical mindset is necessary. For developer, the same with the BA business analysis, but it would be nice to have a programming experience in VB.NET, VBA, and basic understand in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. But don't worry, you will be introduced some common knowledge during the course to complete your process. So, automation in general. Look at the screen right now. A robot is working on your laptop. Automation is application of technology to execute some tasks with minimal human interaction or input. Right here is the robot it replaces the business user. I mean it's you to work with a daily process. So the major benefits of automation are cost saving, free humans for more creative work, improve quality, improve the productivity. So I will explain details of each benefits in very next slides. First, what is the RPA? Once again, I would like to define RPA is stand for Robotic Process Automation. This is a software or designed to handle high volume, rule-based, time-consuming business process by mimic the human actions on their interface and in an error-free and reliable way. So, benefits of RPA. Firstly, cost reduction. Cost. Cost efficiencies is the very first benefit to count on. Reduction in the labor cost, lower operational costs are directly factors which are mainly aiming from the owner of the business. Secondly, productivity enhancement. As we understand, there are many daily processes. They are very simple, but sometimes also complicated. But more than that, they are repeatable and very boring. So this reason might cause errors or inconsistencies. With RPA, these concerns will be eliminated. More productive assignment. So let's imagine you are the business user. Are you worried about the redundancy or later dismissed? But please don't be, because RPA will help to increase the employee's satisfaction by relieving employees from tedious tasks, and they can focus on higher value tasks, leading to more innovative and productive environment. Lastly, RPA does not replace existing system. RPA is a non-invasive implementation. They work with existing software and system, allowing business to adopt automation with large-scale infrastructure changes. So, what can RPA agent can do? With any action people or business user do on a computer, laptop to complete a process, the agent can do that. For example, they interact and jump between multiple applications to complete work, log into application, copy paste data, create, move files, folder, anything. The agent can do exactly the same. So, RPA. That is very helpful if we are still down about the RPA efficiencies. Now, we can understand where it can apply to. RPA in domains: banking and finance, manufacturing, retail, PPO, human resources. And these are right now is the listing of the example. Some of the process the RPA already do. That is, I can say that is a very few of the example the RPA can do more than of this. I know you can see that is some familiar, some of you very familiar with this process, but I can say very few of them. So now please understand about the RPA agent. Agent or robot is the personal assistant that will execute the automated process. There are two main types of the agent: attended agents and unattended agents. The difference between two of these I will tell you in the purpose, location, operation of two. If attended, they also need the human intervention. So unattended, they will free of the human effect from the beginning to the end of the process. Location, where we run these two agents. With an attended agent, they are typically run on the desktop of the person whose interaction is required. And this is used to complete a personal task. So with unattended agents are typically situated on the server or a virtual machine to execute it and deployed with the help of the akaBot center. This name will be explained very detailed in very next time, but now just go quickly overview. And then for the operation, attended agent can be executed directly from the akaBot agent applications interface anytime. And unattended agent, they can be scheduled to run a design time frame or triggered by predetermined events or logics. But anyway, benefit of two of these is increase the employee's productivity while doing tasks and completely free the employee from rule-based routine works. So, we need to define three of conditions to understand what process are suited for the RPA. First of all, deterministic, that is the rule base. The process contains a defined set of tasks required for execution with fixed start and end condition. Digitized. The data required for the process can be accessed electronically. Documented, each of the tasks must be instructed detailedly, and as well as the business exception is also must include. So these are the process identification when a process needed to be accessed, and this is very helpful for the business analysis when they investigate if a process is suitable for the RPA or not. So we need a methodology to carry out in order to select a process for automation. First, identification. Secondly, we need to prioritize which process to do first. So I will help you to understand a process identification workflow. First, identify automation opportunity. Is that a new entry? If yes, we need to gather the process details. If that is already existing entry, so we will update the automation repository. Two of the number 3 and the number 4 step will lead into we need to submit the opportunity to the RPA team. Then, very 3 condition I have mentioned before, digitize deterministic or documented, so they will be due step by step. If on 3 condition is qualified, so we will move to accept the automation opportunity. So if one of these condition is not qualified, we need to reject any process and then we will revise if they qualify 3 of them. Now, when we are already defined it, we will move to the prioritization. Here, this is the workflow. We import the RPA candidates from the repository. Then we distribute the RPA some questionnaires. Thirdly, when we complete the RPA questionnaire already, so we will move to enrich with the business user conditions and prioritize. With the help of business user, we will input into the prioritization framework. Then, we will review the result with the business user leadership if they are accepted. So we will finalize the candidate and prepare for development. If they not accepted, so we need to override the prioritization candidates again before we jump into the finalize, then develop a process. Well, I would like to tell you about the journey, a life cycle of RPA. First of all, we need to prepare. The business identifies potential RPA opportunities. This includes identification and prioritization process. Then, we will design the flowchart of the process before and after implementation RPA. So, we have a document, we call them as the PDD, the process definition document is created. This will be used and created by the business analysis. Then, develop. This is the phase for developer. The bot are being developed with the software and test with the pre-production or developed in environment. Testing. Yes, that is the user acceptance test, or we call them UAT, is performed, workflows is debugged, and fine-tuned. Then deploy. The process is moved to production environment, monitor and measure with all the predefined metrics. That is need to be accepting between the business user and also for the developer as well as the business analysis. Very lastly, they need to be maintained. The impact and performance is measured and tracked. The changes are continuously managed. So, with the RPA journey, so we have the center of the excellence. Why we call them the center excellence? Because they will involved for all part on the road to create an RPA process from the developer, the solution architect, the BA, implementation manager, infrastructure engineering, the RPA support. All of this, the life cycle, and we call them the center of excellence. Then, the RPA documents. Definitely, we need something to be recorded during we create a process. So during the development for an RPA project, different documents are required. Here are some of them. The process definition document, PDD. Process owner and the business analyst will describe the process in the PDD, which contains detailed information of the process. Test case report. Test case report lists out the happy case and the business exception. During the UAT phase, process owner and the RPA team will follow this list to make sure that the automation process works as expected. Then we will move on to the guideline. All we know is as user manual. The guideline is used to instruct the business owner on how to customize the render parts, as well as contain the contact list in the case they need to be support, and many so on, depending on what type of the process we are. So thank you for spending time with me for very briefing introduction about the RPA. And very next session, we will define more further details. So please be patient and join with us for more about information about the akaBot team and also very friendly to akaBot. Thank you.